Star Citizen has over 250 different flyable ships in verse. Cargo haulers, miners, transport ships, refuelers, fighters, explorers, and capital ships. It has been said time and time again that there is a ship for everyone in this game, and that's true. But that ship isn't one of these myriad options. No, the ship that is truly for every player in this game is the venerable Aegis Gladius. Why is a specialized, high-skill light fighter the ship that I believe everyone should learn to fly? What if a player doesn't care about combat? What if they don't like how it looks, how it sounds, or they just don't like how basic and common it is? I would argue that none of these things matter, because I'm telling you that the Gladius is different from all these other ships. The Gladius isn't just one of the oldest fighters, no, the oldest ships in the game. It is the ship. It is the metric in which all other ships of all other disciplines and doctrines are measured against. The Gladius isn't just a ship, it's a standard. So why is the Gladius, a ship that probably only appeals to fighter pilots, such a crucial platform for every player in this game to learn on? Squadron 42. The Aegis Gladius is the main character ship in CIG's single-player spin-off game Squadron 42, and that game should be releasing sometime this year. That means that the Gladius has received primary focus in that game for flight mechanics, and because of that, it has also become the de facto ship when testing and developing flight in Star Citizen. The entire flight model, from fightercraft to capital class ships, was designed, tested, and tuned on the Gladius first. The Gladius will get every new feature, every demonstration, balance tweak, all of it first. The way your Starlancer TAC flies in game is directly related to how the Gladius flies. It is the standard ship of CIG testing. This means that no matter how much the game evolves or changes, or what new features that CIG brings, if you have a Gladius in your hangar, you will get to experience and adapt to it, even if these changes haven't hit your primary gameplay ships yet. And all the skills that you learned in the Gladius are directly transferable to flying every other type of ship in the game. So anyways, Silhouette asked me how sometimes people turn their ships faster. Yes, there's a trick to it. So there's multiple things that affect how you can maneuver your ship. So when you're in a binary circle, so a binary circle is an orbit fight, okay? That's where two ships are orbiting each other and shooting at each other. I'm pushing forward and I'm full back. So if I want to turn it faster, I would let go of forward. See how much my nose snapped up? You can make it even faster by going into a backstrafe. You know, a backstrafe. You see how fast my nose snaps? All of that was at max turn rate. That was me having my stick all the way back, okay? Tell me it wouldn't be nice to know how to get just a little bit of extra turn rate out of your big reclaimer when flying it out of a dock, or how to more closely orbit a ship you're salvaging without risking yourself. Flying the Gladius and learning the binary circle will teach you that. If you can sit under the nose of a hostile Super Hornet that's trying to kill you, you can definitely keep your moth crew safe as you're positioning your ship to get the best yield. So what Dark Craven isn't doing is he's not approaching in any sort of evasive pattern. So usually you want to corkscrew as you come in. He's stringing me up for his friends, so we're going to do that behind us. But we're not really even going to get away. He kind of isn't figuring out his corkscrew. So hey, if you are stream sniping me, Dark Craven, your corkscrew's you're spinning way too fast. That's why you're not getting any deflection. So yeah, if you're stream sniping, Dark Craven, if you take a look, you see how my TVI is right there on the right of my HUD. It's staying still as I do that rotate. That's what creates the corkscrew. There you go, buddy. Knowing how to properly enter a fight, and especially knowing how to leave one, is a huge skill that you learn in the Gladius. Because if you take too many shots, you just explode. So you learn how to do the corkscrew and the circle strafe, and these skills are majorly important. What if you're a cargo runner just trying to get distance from a mantis? Knowing how to dodge fire better can save your haul. Or if you're a bunker delver, knowing how to dodge a hostile turret while keeping your nose on to destroy said turret can save you time having to land farther away and walking or driving in. These skills are transferable. You don't even have to train these in PvP. All of these skills can absolutely be practiced in solo drills or against AI. And if you get to the point where you can fly a Gladius into a VHRT bounty or the later combat gauntlet missions and fly out unscathed and victorious, you're going to be so much better when you settle into the pilot seat of your preferred spacecraft. That being said, if you bring a Gladius into free flight and ask for training, you will find dozens of skilled pilots eager to show you the ropes and bring you into the PvP community. We aren't all gankers and griefers, we often love to teach people what we know. Now, let me make one thing clear. I am not saying you have to buy the Gladius with real money. I'm saying you should learn to fly it. The Gladius is incredibly cheap to buy in game, and you can earn REC quickly to rent it in Arena Commander too. So please do that instead of buying the ship, or if you are going to buy it, try doing it with store credits, or just make sure this is something you actually want to permanently have in your fleet. I think it's a strong addition because, like I said, it will get every new feature and every new fight model first, but make sure that's something that you actually want or need before you spend real money on the ship. I bet many of you are thinking that with all this praise I'm throwing on this ship, that it's the best fighter in the game. It isn't. As of 4.6, that crown is firmly atop the head of the Anvil Arrow. The ballistic meta has stripped the advantage of the Gladius' second shield away from it, and since they have similar health pools, the arrow's smaller size means it takes less damage. That of course is all the other popular fighters, the Hornets, the Wolves, the Hawk from my last video. Any and all of these popular fighters can easily kill a Gladius. This ship is not in any way a win button. It doesn't have any tricks to give you an edge like the Ghost's Stealth or the Hawk's EMP, but what it does have is performance. The Gladius can win any fight, from enemy fighter to enemy Idris, as long as you have the skills to pay the bills. It won't hold your hand, it won't give you free kills. It will make you earn them, and you will thank it for that. Because when that Aegis kill notification trills, there's nothing that feels better.
Those bastards are gonna pay for that.
Also, this is the thing. If you can learn even 15% of what it takes to fly the Gladius well, and I really do mean the core basics, you will be able to outfly 90% of players in the PU. The initial skills are simply knowledge checks, knowing what to do when. And I genuinely believe that I can take any pilot of any skill level on any control scheme and teach them these basics in under an hour. Once again, I understand if you have zero interest in ship combat or PvP, but giving the Gladius 1 hour of your time with a tutor, or a few hours of your time on your own with YouTube tutorials and then practice, will help you in all of your flying, and it will help you survive against gankers and griefers. So that's all I have for you. And if you made it this far, hopefully you can at least see the benefit that this ship might add to you and your fleet, even if you have no interest in learning to be a top fighter pilot ace. The Gladius is honestly one of my favorite ships, and learning to fly it well and just learning PvP in general has given this game so much more longevity for me. I know many players simply don't want to engage deeply with this flight side of the game. They simply can't be bothered. But if I've convinced even one of these players to climb into a Gladius cockpit and practice, then I believe I've done some good. And of course, you can learn these skills in other ships too. I just believe that the Gladius is the perfect entry-level ship to learning advanced flight. And I hope I made that point well. Once again though, please don't buy it with real money unless you're certain that's what you want to do. It's really easy to get a Gladius in-game in other ways. For all of you who watched, thank you all so much. Leave a like down below and comment what your favorite combat ship is. I'm going to be making more in-depth tutorials soon, and I'm thinking of upping my upload rate to twice a week instead of once. So if long in-depth PvP flight tutorials sound good to you, then please subscribe so you don't miss it. This has been Citizen Cal, reminding you to stay dangerous out there, pilot.
So we can't kill. So I will say the orbit is really tricky to initially get down, but it is literally just forward strafes and your mouse aim. You're not going to need to do any up strafe or else you're going to fall, either get too close or you're going to fall out of it, right? So this is why the Buccaneer is so good. You see how he can just leave me? I really can't chase him. The Buccaneer is great because it has a lot of DPS and distance that those insane engines, right? See if I can catch him. I'm gonna back strafe in as he's pushing. We might have caught him. We caught him. We caught him. There we go. But as you see, I bled for that. I'm very injured. We're gonna restart our ship.